thing I
Okay,
would
all right.
say.
We have some breaking news also coming in at this point in time. Prime Minister Modi has, as Prime Minister Modi visits Canada, the CSIS calls India a persistent foreign interference threat to Canada as well. Megha Sharma, my colleague, is joining us. She is in Calgary, Alberta. She's in fact covering the G7 for us. Megha, this obviously is a visit which is not without resistance for the Prime Minister and India. But what should be kept in mind is that the large diaspora that lives and resides in Canada, the trade that takes place between India and Canada is perhaps more important than the history or, the downturn of historical events in the recent history of India and Canada should not disrupt this relationship between India and Canada. Megha.
Right, absolutely. We are referring to this report that has been filed by Globe and Mail, which is a Canadian digital publication, and it is the bureau chief of the Canadian Globe and Mail. His name is Robert Fife, who has several times in the past written a number of articles and reports against India. And this article that has been published on this digital platform, as per a report by this publication, by this reporter Robert Fife, it claims that the CSIS has gone out and said that India continues to be a persistent foreign interference threat to Canada. Now, this report comes even as Prime Minister Narendra Modi is going to be holding that bilateral with the Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney. Now, it is understandable how important this conversation that is going to be had between both the leaders, the heads of the states. And you rightly mentioned, when we talk about trade and investment, when we talk about people-to-people connect, when we talk about international students that arrive in Canada in such large numbers from India, these are the areas, focus points that both the governments are trying to harness. Today, in fact, yesterday, during the G7 working session that was introduced, that was heralded by the host country, led by Prime Minister Mark Carney, spoke about how there is a need for building these supply chains for critical minerals, which Canada is in large supply of. It is in large supply of, and India can gain immensely out of it. Remember, India and Canada bilateral trade at this point of time is to the tune of about 15 billion US dollars, which includes services and goods, which is a little lower than the potential of what both countries can obtain by engaging fruitfully and cooperating and collaborating with each other. Now, whether it is about bringing educational institutes from Canada and setting up their centers here in India, or in fact setting up Canadian investments here in different parts of the country. Remember, Canada is amongst, perhaps after United States of America, Canada is the second country in India that has the largest number of consulates across the length and breadth of the country. That goes on to show how important the people-to-people connect is between both countries. And this report that has been filed at this very opportune time, the very time that Prime Minister Modi is at the Kananaskis mountain lodge to be part of the G7 summit. The bilateral is going to happen in just a short while, and this report by Globe and Mail obviously is a bid to disrupt the initiation of ties that had been hampered under Trudeau's regime. There is improvements, amelioration that by way of overtures that is being made by Mark Carney. And, and we have also seen, a lot of anti-India, anti-Modi protests taking place by these Khalistani sympathizers in Calgary and Ottawa, as well as in Banff, which is close to Kananaskis. So it goes on to show how there are these destructive forces that are still at play that do not want India and Canada to carry forward in their constructive talks for better bilateral trade and people-to-people relationship.
Absolutely right, Megha. You're spot on. Thank you so much. We'll keep coming back to you. We are getting